managers, how to get them, which I think I've addressed in that you should get an agent manager when you're ready to get an agent or manager when you've done the work. Um, then people ask me like when they feel like they're ready to get headshots, what should they do? What do they do? Um, sorry, this picture is a little hot. Unless my face is just that shiny. I don't know. I don't know. Hello everyone. It's a little better. Well, that's a little faded. My face looks shiny. I'll just keep it real. Shoot. Hello, random stuff. Hello, Luca. Hello, it's Alfonso. Hello. What does "do I ever sub him" mean? Do I even? Oh, do you? I don't know. Subscribe. I'll promise I'll post. I'm still learning how to post and what to post, even though I've been doing it for quite some time. But what you guys want, what YouTube wants. So this video I was going to show, some people asked about headshots. So I was going to show some of the ones I got over the years, but also like, even if you're not an actor, my face is so shiny. Why? Even if you're not an actor, it's interesting to know like how people view you. What's your type? Like I've had acting classes. Blanket Box Videos, of course. Potato Queen, hello. I started YouTube because I've always liked YouTube. I just didn't think I could start. I didn't know if I had anything to contribute, but people have asking a lot of acting stuff, so I'm like, YouTube is probably a better spot than like TikTok to even show my acting stuff, and even better than Instagram. On a notepad. So anyway, so for acting and for life, it's like good to know how people view you. So I've had acting classes where they'll literally the first day of class sit you in front of the class and you don't get to say a word, and everybody just says what type of person you look like just based on your face and your energy. So like I sat in front of class and they were like, oh, he looks like he could be the guy next door. And then like as they stared at me more, they're like, but he also looks like a guy who might like kidnap a child. And then they're like, well, or yeah, he looks like he may be like a boyfriend, but he could also be a jealous boyfriend. And I'm literally just sitting in front of class, just like staring straight forward. I'm not saying anything to warrant like those, but like when you look at somebody, you let your imagination run wild. So like everybody who sat in front of class had both positive and negative things that came from that. So yeah, so for me, like those are the characters I like to play, who like maybe start as the good guy. You think he's like the innocent boyfriend, husband, friend, and then you find out he has like evil intent or something like that. He ends up being the bad guys, because then you like, I want to make you like my character early on, and then like you feel conflicted when you realize I'm the bad guy, and then like you have to like kind of reconcile in your head like, how does this bad guy now fit into things, like where I wanted him to survive, I wanted him to win, and now he's actually causing the trouble. So anyway, so with that is like an exercise you can think of to start, like if you're gonna do like think about getting headshots, or even just think about the type you are, how people look at you in life, whether you're an actor or not, is always like it's helpful to know how people perceive you, because you can overcome those perceptions or lean into them if it's a good thing. But there's also, I guess, it's a big thing, like headshots, in terms of like the information they give, but I do have some examples here of like early headshots I got that I thought were good, and then I realized weren't good. And then I finally got it right, and I have like an agent manager who like agreed that like you finally got it right. But it takes time. Jenna Fisher's book, who's Pam from The Office, has a really good book called The Actor's Life, where she talks about her headshot journey as well, how it like takes a while to get there. Hello, Darlene. Thank you. So here are my first two headshots that I had a friend take, the first two I ever got. And I thought they were good at the time, and really I had no experience, so I just needed a picture. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I didn't even know how they were supposed to be or what So I had a friend with a camera, and we went outside and took some. And as you see, it's like in front of a tree on this one, and then like in front of another kind of tree in this one, which is distracting. And it's not like fully in focus. Like parts of it are in focus, parts of it aren't. Um, so yeah, and I have like lost weight. I've gotten more better shape since this time too. This is right when I got to California. Probably, I mean, I lost like 30 pounds since these pictures, but then I also have put on like, yeah, I just have worked out and put on like different types of muscle in different parts of my body, and even my face, I think, is like a bit different. Um, Anywho, that being said, sorry, I got distracted. So I have the phone sitting on my little windowsill here, and there's like the sunset. The sun's about to set. It might be a little hot for you guys, but the sun's about to set out there, so I looked up and got distracted. Anywho, back to headshots. So these were the two that I was like, I thought they were good early on, but now when I look back at them, I'm like, if I only had known, I wouldn't even have gone that route. But of course, I still was trying to save money. I still didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I did get into a little bit better shape by this point. But again, you see I'm like in front of a tree. The lighting's actually pretty good. Like it turned out pretty good, but when I started off, this conversation was about your essence. Like if people look at you, what do they see you as? And that's how casting's going to look at you when they see your headshot. And when you go in the room for an audition, like you want to have the essence of a couple of the things of the type of character they're bringing you in for. So like this guy, I'm not like, I can play an evil character. I can be mean, but I'm not that mean. But in my head at this point in my career, I was like, I think it's so fun to play bad guys. I'm just going to take a picture of like a strong kind of bad character. And I had just gotten in better shape then. Like I had lost like 30 pounds and put on like leaned out and was starting to even put on a little muscle, like put some weight back on as muscle. Do you remember me from your last short? Darlene, I do remember you. So then I had to get my act together, because then right after this, actually went into I still have the same manager, went in with this headshot, and she's like, no, that's not you. Like, you have more of a likeness to you. You could be like on the Hallmark, and I've had lots of Hallmark auditions. Hallmark Channel, Lifetime. You could be in like the Bourne movies, like Bourne Identity, all that stuff. So then I went in for this headshot, which is definitely more me. And then I did do a serious one, but it's not like as evil or mean as that last one. I think those were my main two. Yeah, I had one other one, but yeah, my manager had me get 200 copies of this one, and then she's like, actually get headshots from this different photographer. So I got in 200 copies. Like I have 200 paper copies of this picture that I now just have sitting here that will go down the drain, because I then got new headshots to like be even more boy next door. Thank you. Oh, and this was another one. Sorry, my phone battery's gonna die at some point. So then, thanks everybody for hanging in here for the headshot lesson. This was the one from my first like professional headshots that I really liked. But yeah, so then after getting all those copies of all those headshots, then my manager's like, no, sorry, like we're gonna go in a different direction. And then I got, oh yeah, it's these. Then this became, because I was getting a lot of like police detective roles. So then I did this, which is like a super like high grade professional. The paper it's printed on actually isn't that great, but like the headshot itself is like, the lighting is just crisp and clear. Very, very different than like the first ones I showed you, which I'll try to pull like side by side. So like you can see like the difference between like professional, like lit, it's just different. And then I even like down the road, once you have all that stuff together, my manager had us do like a one-pager. She sent this to a lot of casting directors, which says like leading man, I can be the guy with the smile, but then also like I can be like the detective. And then this is like movies, and TV shows and like different things. And this was actually before I did any social media stuff. So now I would say also put like 350,000 TikTok followers and 40,000 YouTube followers and 11.5 thousand Instagram followers. So that will add up. And then I've since even had more headshots by really, really, really well-known, like renowned headshot photographer. Somebody said, "Did you see my comment?" Insert Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, that's funny. The song here, Boy Next Door vibes. You can do that. I didn't know you could add that. Yeah. So it's via this software called Canva, or it's kind of like a website Canva where you can play with the. I'm really scared. Oh, you look like such a pro detective. Thank you. I mean, I could be a nice detective, or like if anybody's ever seen the show Dexter, where he's technically a serial killer, but he works on like the Miami like police department. So he's actually, everybody likes him. He's nice. They just don't know, like behind the scenes, he actually kills the bad guys. So that would be like an amazing type of role. And it's got me, a lot of amazing auditions, and like to the final like few people they selected, I just haven't been like the final guy yet on like a big movie TV series, and I've had some really big auditions lately, so we'll see. But yeah, the headshots are really important. It's the first thing the casting directors see. It's basically how they decide, like they'll know what the role is going to be or how it's described for a certain role in a movie, and then they'll just go through the list of headshots and see who stands out, and they pick that person and bring them in for an audition. So that's why it's important. But they're also expensive, so you don't want to like spend money on expensive headshots that you don't like or your agent or manager aren't gonna like. So it's such a feeling out song and dance. Like you have to do your homework. You have to see lots and lots of other people's headshots, ones that you like, and then if you're a female or male, like you like how that person shot. Like with Lizzie, we went together about a year and a half ago to this really, really good headshot photographer, and he does like kind of really like gritty type of headshots, and I don't even have a printed one because now with COVID you just email your headshots. But Lizzie didn't like her pictures because he really only films like or shoots guys' photos really well, but not girls. So Lizzie, didn't like how it made her look with like kind of like lots of shadows on her faces and things. Do you ever choose black or white ones, or you prefer color? I mean, color is the industry standard, but there was a time like years ago where black and white, like your headshots had to be black and white because that's what they wanted, even though you could have gotten them color. I smell like mustard. How could you know that? I might have hot dogs later, so I will smell like mustard. Headshots can cost anywhere from, I don't know, $150 to $800 depending, because usually when you go in for a headshot session, you're not just going in for like a half hour just to you change outfits. They call them different looks. So you could do like a detective look. You could do like a commercial look. You could do the guy next door movie type look, and you switch outfits. You could shave, change your hairstyle. So if you do like a day like that, then it's just going to be that much more expensive. Where if you're just like tell the headshot photographer like, hey, I just want one look. I just want like to go in and just do some smiling commercial type of headshots. Then maybe they'll be like, okay, then we'll just make it $200. But usually, if you're really serious about it, and this is why like acting's crazy because it's so expensive, and then you're not guaranteed that like your headshots will get you any work. Sorry, it's getting a little laggy. Say the blue on your shirt reminds me of the D ocean where I drowned my sister's cousin's daughter's uncle's cats. Okay, Lily. But I have been for 15 minutes on here, and I do have to get going. But I'll try to do lives again soon, and my phone's getting laggy anyway. But I wanted to share that because some people asked about headshots. But I also, if you want me to do more, like I can do all kinds of I think amazing stories of different celebrities and stars I've talked to over the past few years, even the past few months. I've talked to Will Smith and Jessica Chastain and George Clooney and Ben Affleck about all of stuff they've had to say about acting. So Yeah, would love to like help and share that with you guys, and then any other agents, managers, whether you're not, like going to be an actor or not. There's just a lot of interesting information that could help you with any career or anything you might be into. But yeah, I'll just try to do this more regularly. But in the meantime, if people could go check out my Pinterest, I'm doing like acting tips of the day. So I try to like cover this in little bite-sized chunks. I've done like 8 or 9 of them on Pinterest, so like check that out. And then on Instagram Reels, I'm trying to post some videos, and then more, and then like lifestyle and stuff, like stuff I do outside of acting, because it's important to have a life outside of acting. So a lot of stuff Lizzie and I do. Lizzie and I are going to a movie premiere for Jamie Foxx movie called Day Shift on Thursday, so we'll post a lot of that stuff on Instagram. So like make sure to follow and look at my reels and stuff like that on Instagram. And then TikTok, check me out there. I have 350,000 followers, and I usually like, keep up with all the trends there. So like some videos you may not see here might be on TikTok, and vice versa, and all the other things. So random stuff with Corbin, of course, I'll give you a shout. But yeah, check all the other social medias out. I would definitely appreciate it. I will look for all your names. Lily Cormer, Corbin, all you guys have been amazing. Thank you for watching, and we'll do this again soon. This was fun. Thank you.